What's going on, man? What's good, man? 786-459-499. Get this thing popping right off the bat. What's going on? Oh, Lord, I'm stuck on something down here. What we doing? What we doing? 786-459-499. If you want to get down with IOD Squad. See what IOD Squad doing this month. Please. Woo! And if you're trying to get your credit fixed, if you're trying to get right in the credit department, there's a number. I'm gonna put the number up there. Bam. There it is. So you want to get down with IOD Squad. Man, shout out to Rico Closser, man. IOD Squad, man. Rico, let me show y'all Rico, man. Rico killing it, man. Shout out to Rico, man. Rico doing this thing in IOD Squad. Rico is doing his thing, man. I know he in the group me too. I know his name in the group me. Should be Rico too, man. Yeah, I think it's Rico in the group me too. But Rico doing his thing, bro. This was just the last. It was just this week. $700. I think he made what 27% right there. $760, $1,200. He made some more money he put in there. And I was like, man, you killing it this week. And he was like, shit, man, they y'all plays. I get to play. But he said, I get the plays from y'all. Ain't doing nothing special. But he is doing something special because he following the plays. He following the plays and he doing it the right way. You know what I'm saying? So, man, yeah, that's IOD Squad, bro. If y'all want to get down. Shout out to Shad for becoming a member, man. I appreciate that. But Rico killing it, dog. Killing it this week. He just put something in there today. So that's IOD, man. If you ever wanted to figure out another way to make some money, if you ever want to figure out another way to invest your money and do some things, man, you know, you got my boy Gerald Brown. Gerald, I don't know. Gerald make $5,000 a day. I don't know. Shout out to them folks. If you was on the space last night, man, Amon Richards came on the space, man. Amon Richards was in rare form last night. We asked him about Daryl Jackson. We asked him about everything. Rashada. We asked him about why was he so polished in high school, coming out of high school. He just gave us his point of view on a lot of stuff, man. That was pretty cool. Now, Jaden Rashada, Jaden, it say Jade Rashada. Jaden Rashada, it's trending on Twitter. Like, is it just trending on my Twitter? Like, I didn't know it was that serious. His dad came out and backtracked and said that he didn't ask for it to be let out his letter of intent. We kind of discussed it last night on the space. Like, is it possible that whether he can be let out or not? Nice little discussion too, man. Nice discussion. Who is this, Laylo? Oh, shout out to this boy. Avery Huff, head of the FIU. Shout out to him. But now we had a great discussion last night. And shout out to Caneville, man. 18,000 followers. That's what's up. Calvin Russell out there balling. Let's see. So we kind of discussed it last night. Letter of intent and what can he do? What can't he do? Here goes some of it.
It's looking like
he can't use that because
yeah,
that's separate from not really Joker. That's separate from the school.
has nothing to do with his education and attending the school.
Remember, the university is not allowed to engage in any NIL.
No, it depends. It depends on what state. It depends on what state you're in.
No, it does not. It does not. I put in there a screenshot from VCU because that was the first one I could find. They in writing spell out what the penalty is for NLI. Right? If you back out of that, it says a prospective student athlete who does not attend the signing institution or attends for less than one full academic year may not represent a second institution in competition until he or she completes one academic year in residence. The prospective student athlete also loses a season of competition. So the potential is he can go there, transfer out in May, and potentially lose a season. You know,
but you think he's willing to risk that?
Listen, I'll tell you this: if he's going through all the shit he's going through right now to make this whole spectacle happen, I don't put anything past it. Okay.
What a collective does for a school, right? And yes, the school's quasi doesn't have any involvement. However, it's just like saying I'm a 1099 employee, right? And trucking companies actually get sued like this all the time. You go hire an owner-operator, but now you got the dispatcher telling
he thinks the collective can be sued.
Understand?
Because they're standing so close to the school.
For a fact, but I know what a university did. I won't tell you who. If this kid want to go to Louisville or Washington, man, some of these schools are right with lawyers. I'm here to tell you, if they want a kid and a school is desperate enough, it may not be one of the traditional powerhouses. I don't think Texas would touch something like that, Georgia. But he'll find a lawyer. When them kids, I'm gonna give you a perfect example. When them kids get investigated by the NCAA for breaking rules or they get in trouble.
See, look, Mario moves very methodically. That's the thing. And look, none of us really knows what is the status of the staff. All of this is just kind of pipe dreaming right now.
Talking about OCs.
Ain't nobody down this kid's talent. I'm talking about a school like and I'm just throwing them out
here and you do this and do that and stuff. Y'all messing up relationships y'all can have for life. So these parents need to get on board, man, because these kids ain't gonna be there at a young age. They're probably not smart enough to think long term. But these parents got to get on board and start understanding we need to.
Right, it's a weird thing when you start talking about Jaden Rashada, one of the top quarterbacks in the nation, right? Coming out, we heard they were moving with business, so they were talking NIL. All kids not talking NIL, they don't know how to, but his camp was. It's a weird thing because he's sought after. He's going to get a good NIL number. But it's so fragile. You have to be careful because it's fragile on how you move. Kids can go from being top rated, top sought after to being ignored and then back to JUCO and then have to fight from JUCO. It's very, very delicate. And you got to watch. You have to be careful on how you move because all of that work it took to get to the top, the fall happened swiftly, dog. I'm not saying that anything Rashada Camp is doing is right or wrong. I believe kids should get their value. And I don't even think they're getting their value. I don't even think we're there yet. I'm saying that it's very delicate and it's very, very, you have to be very careful on how you move and you have to be calculated because it could go away like this because there's always somebody behind you. There's always somebody behind you. Always somebody behind you. Let me see. I think Ahmad Rich is in here somewhere.
The thing about it is, I think once
to come here at once.
And the thing about it is, once a coach hits the NFL, the likelihood of them coming back to
game in high school and shit every play. I mean, if you go to college and one dude guard you, I mean, that's like, thank God, like finally shit.
You know anything, but what do you think about all this chirping? Like it just seems consistent that the players and coaches are not getting along from different positions, different sides of the ball. Keep hearing this guy ain't getting along, this guy ain't getting along. What do you think about when you hear that all the time?
I mean, I just think, we always hiring and firing, so like that play a part because shit, I'll be forgetting who the hell on the staff at some point. We always got somebody different next year and shit. So At some point, like we got to just find something stable. You know what I'm saying? And like I was saying, someone made the what's that? The DC for Clemson, that Venables dude. Like the fact that he stayed at Clemson that long, we need to start targeting guys that's gonna stay here long term and really build relationships with these dudes. I mean, that's just what it boiled down to. A lot of these coaches and players just don't get along because they really don't know each other like that. Their personalities don't click. You know, so it's hard to go and tell a kid, you know, to do X, Y, and Z and be on them if y'all don't even really get along like that. It's just, you know, that's my opinion. I really ain't had an issue though. Like when he was on the team, because Rick was cool. He was there for a little minute. Dugans was there for a minute, so I really don't have that experience. That just having
that's Amar Richards talking
the next year, or you know what I'm saying. I don't really know. So, but I can.
Yeah, I was just gonna say because most of these kids they didn't recruit.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
like,
a good example.
Bro, I don't know what the hell going on with that, but he definitely know his stuff, bro.
Listen,
bro, that really truly just wanted me to be great, whatever, no matter what school, what it was, they just was there to support and pay him no mind. Like, who's this weird nigga? Like, got a ponytail on and shit. Like, the fuck.
If they start winning, I mean, there's only three spaces to go up.
Who had their hands raised up? Go ahead.
Yo, hello.
Even in the spread, what we need to.
Does that make them more of a threat in Dade County?
Hell yeah. So the Justin
even though he's on the Browns currently, he's still working open. You know what I'm saying? So when some parents, they let their kids at school stay right where you at. If you good enough, you truly good enough. Like, bro, you go to the out of all schools. Like,
okay, this is when I asked him about Daryl Jackson.
It was in camp, bro, and I was going against Malik Young. Never forget. I ran a post route and like
about everything tonight. Coaches meeting, Daryl Jackson, Sweetie Gayala Jackson. We talked about Rashada.
We talked about Cat Dog. Damn.
Cat Dog.
Hey,
Cat Dog.
I'm just saying, bro. Someone sent me some messages, bro, about that little situation, bro. That shit crazy, bro.
Rashada or Daryl Jackson? Which one?
Nah, Rashada.
Rashada?
Yeah, bro. He got to.
I'm asking about Daryl Jackson right here.
Oh, I ain't gonna say it's him. He young, so I mean, whatever their situation, they got to get that shit cleaned up, bro. Someone mentioned on here, bro. You can't be out here burning bridges, bro. That shit comes back eventually in life, so you gotta. I know he's young. I know a lot of parents a lot of people ain't been through this process. You know what I'm saying? It's like a different type of recruiting process, essentially. So I mean, can't blame him, I guess, but they gotta get that shit in order, bro. Sure.
I got a question for you, dog. Like the Daryl Jackson situation where he leaves Miami and goes to Florida
Man,
State.
keep that nigga over there, bro. Don't keep that nigga back. Get that nigga out of here, bro. No, hey, with all due respect, he did wear canes. You feel me? Like, I get it.
He didn't even let me answer the question, dog. Keep him over there.
Whatever, but keep him over there. Weird to me, like, bro. You go to out of all schools, like, come on, bro. You gonna go to the team that blew you out at home? 42, whatever the score. I didn't even remember the score. You won't.
I didn't even think of it that way. I didn't even think of it that way.
Like, all right, bro.
So it would be a problem in the locker room. He come
back.
What? Right.
Bro, in all them, and then bro, I don't know what the hell going on with that, but he definitely know his stuff, bro.
Listen, I
get him something to remember. So shit, they got to get that shit in order, bro. For sure.
I got a question for you, dog. Like this is funny. Jackson situation where he leaves Miami and goes to Florida State.
Man, keep that nigga over there, bro. Don't keep that nigga back.
There it is.
Get that nigga out of here, bro. No, hey, with all due respect, he did wear canes. You feel me? Like, I get it. Family. All that type of shit. We want to go back home or whatever. But it's just weird to me. Like, bro, you go to out of all schools. Like, come on, bro. You gonna go to the team that blew you out at home? 42, whatever the score. I didn't even remember the score. You won't go right to them? Why? Because they had a good season and shit. Like, all right, bro. Like,
so it would be a problem in the locker room. He come
back.
What? Right.
All right. Okay.
How big is Daryl Jackson? Daryl Jackson like 6'6", 350 now, bro.
He's a big boy.
Oh man, listen. No, I seen plenty of dudes 6'5" throwing hands in there, getting lumped up by dudes 6'1". All right. Hey, I'm just saying, bro. Like. But nah, respect. I mean, I don't know that dude at all. But I'm just saying,
no, I just wanted to hear your perspective from a locker room perspective, because we were like, so he come back to the locker room. Yeah, like how are they gonna take it?
I know it's different, right? Okay, if Brad Kaya transferred to Florida State and try to come back, what would you say?
Everybody got quiet.
I'm straight.
Bye.
I ain't gonna say nothing. You gotta give me the ball. I ain't gonna say nothing. You gotta throw me the ball, bro.
Hey, that's what say 30 to bro. It's just, bro. Dudes nowadays, bro. That shit I don't know, bro. They just different, bro. I know I'm young too.
I think it's gone, bro.
So Amon,
them
after your big freshman year, if someone would have offered you a big NIL deal at a rival or any other school, would it have been tempting?
No. You know why?
Man,
from Wellington, Florida.
Man,
bro, you know why, bro? My parents, both my parents
money
all my life, bro. I ain't never been one to make a decision off money. If that was the case, I would have went to Bama. Facts.
Yeah.
Streeter, I keep telling you, parents matter. Parents matter.
But my dad slapped me inside my damn head. I'm coming here and talking about, hey, Dad, bro, I want to transfer from Miami. I want to go to Ohio State because they're trying to give me. Man, he would have been like, nigga, what? Man, you don't take your ass down to court, go to practice, talk about some damn transferring over some money. Like, ain't no different than a stripper, bro.
Mom played in Weddington, bro. They wasn't money wasn't that type of issue, bro. Hey. You already know, bro.
Bro.
Yeah, but Arch Manning comes from money. They went for the best deal. I mean,
hey, bro, it's just principles, bro. I don't know. My parents, they just told me, bro, just make right decisions based on what you really want to do and don't let money play a factor because that come. You know what I'm saying? That come regardless. Mm-hmm. My dad always told me, bro, if you're good at college, it's gonna find you. My first offer is West Virginia. He was like, look, you ain't got to transfer to Dwyer and all these other schools. Stay right where you at. If you good enough, you truly good enough, you'll get offered. And shit, I just stuck the path and.
That's Amon Richards if y'all just getting in here, man. Talking about Daryl Jackson. He's still there, bro. That was funny, dog. Yeah, man. So, shout out, man. If you want to be, somebody was asking, if you want to become a villain, hit the join button right there, next to the subscription. If you're trying to get access to more information, preview information, or just be in the group me that has all the information. Like all the information is in the group me. Yeah, just check that out. Shout out to Insane, man, with the IOD emojis. We get a text right now about IOD. Gerald talking about he about to hit the second target. Listen, man, but if you ever want to learn and get involved, man, we here. You can just come watch us trade if you ever want to get into the stock market, bro. If you ever wanted to get into the stock market, you can just watch us trade. So, like I said, I just got on here, man, and talked a little bit about Rashada. Let y'all hear the takes from last night, the ones who didn't catch it. Rashada is trending on Twitter. I didn't know it was that serious. Well, maybe he's not up there no more. I know he's trending on my phone. Howard, Thirsty Thursday, Jordan Travis. What's up with Jordan Travis? Oh, wow. Marketing inquiries. That's the first thing to come up when you click Jordan Travis. That's awesome promotion. Marketing inquiries. He talking NIL. That's what's up. Miami Heat, Nadal, Bryce Young. What's up with Bryce Young? I hope he's leaving. Bryce Young is a follower of Christ. Bryce Young, let's see. ESPN when they found out Bryce. Dog, this is funny, dog. Only torn to get this one. ESPN when they found out Bryce Young grew up in a two-parent household and was a 5-star. That's funny, dog. That's hilarious. KB, what's up, man?
It's good, bro.
Chilling, man.
Mm-hmm. Looking at this darn stock play.
You got something running?
Nah, man, I was in something the other day. I jumped in late. It was XPON because I caught it. I jumped in it and I'm waiting for it to turn, but it didn't turn. So this morning it started going down. So I got out. Now it's up 90%. Like, man, come on, bro.
90%.
95%.
Yeah, the market jumped up. All week long, the market been on its way up. I mean, I've watched it long enough, bro. You just gotta stick around and be in the game. You just gotta be in the game. You gotta be in the game, and the market goes up and it goes down. Yeah, it may not. You gotta be ready to purchase when it's down and ready to ride it till it goes up. You can go back 50 years and look at the stock market. It goes up and it goes down. Do you have the time to withstand it going up and down? Period, point blank. Amar Richard was cool last night, wasn't he, bro?
Yeah, that dude was funny, man. He's funny, dude.
Get over there, bro. Keep him over there.
Yeah.
Keep him over there, bro.
Mm-hmm. I was trying to tell him, I was gonna say to him, you know, it's a little bit different now. Players ain't the same, you know what I'm saying? It ain't the same type of stuff going on out there. So it's kind of like, nah, they ain't gonna say nothing. He come back to the locker. My personal thought, he come back to the locker room, it'll be whatever. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah. Keep him over there, bro.
Yeah, that was funny.
I was surprised at how much Rozier said that they used to fight in the locker room. Yeah, Rozier come across like he was putting down on people, and I would have never thought that. But I guess that's how it has to be, man, in order to keep focus. You got so many people who want to be unfocused. You got other people that want to that don't want to do the right thing to win, and I'm hearing that a lot, man. That there's some kids that roll around not doing the right thing, and there may be one that's trying to get everybody out there. He go knocks on everybody's door. I heard this happen in Florida. Go knocks on everybody's door to get out there and go work out with him. He out there every day, and some people just don't want to deal. Believe it or not.
Yeah, that's why you need all that. You know, you need good kids in the locker room because everybody gonna be like that. So you need those locker room leaders. You know, guys with that old school mentality, or guys that just like to work hard and make sure everybody else around them is working hard. And it's always interesting to hear because a lot of times, like you said, with Rozier, it's the guys you probably didn't even think were trying to uphold the locker room in the proper manner or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You could see him being a leader by example, but you couldn't see him punching people in the chest. But he said it, like, not he did that, but he was saying like it was certain guys he had to yell at and curse at, and certain guys you talk to. And you know, sometimes it's be those unlikely sources and stuff, but it's always good to hear, you know.
Right. I was surprised to hear him talk like that, and to see that was going on. But yeah, man, I guess because somebody has to be governed, like somebody has to govern it. And if you got a winning culture, I mean, it makes it that much easier because you know the blueprint. All right, this works. You know what I'm saying? I know because Amon from the same era, I knew Amon was going to have a problem with Daryl Jackson coming back. when he asked the question about Cal Wright, I mean about not Cal Wright. When he asked the question about the quarterback transfer, what's the quarterback name? And he asked the question about, and he said, "Would you take him? Would you take him back?" And you was like, "I'd take him back."
We talk. Oh no,
Kaya,
he was
Brad
saying,
Kaya.
yeah, Kaya, yeah. I was like, yeah. I was like, hey, brother, throw me the ball.
Yeah,
Come on.
yeah. I don't know what he thought people was gonna say, but nah, I get it, man. Like, yeah, I didn't look at it that deep. Like, oh man, he went to the rival. I kind of looked at it like, nah, we probably did let Dog down a little bit. You know what I'm saying? We probably did let him down. It wasn't what he thought it was gonna be. It wasn't a U experience. Probably was a worse experience than Maryland. Think about that.
I believe it.
Think about that. Like, if we're hearing what was going on behind closed doors, some of the kids felt like they was in the military, then you only won 5 games. Probably was a worse experience. Probably was a worse experience.
I'm sure that's not what he signed up for. I'm sure that's not what he thought he was getting into. So we have to as we get older, you know what I'm saying, we start to look at things a little different. I understand that whole going to a ride. I do. I get it. But as you get older, you start to be like, man, this is such a business thing. You know what I'm saying? And this kid wanted to go. Because I was one of the guys defending John Campbell. I'm like, bro, they don't want me. You telling me I shouldn't go here, but the school that I want to be at don't want me no more. I don't. Bro, ain't no rivalry no more. Ain't none of that stuff, bro. Like, y'all don't want me, so I'm gone. I mean, you know, with Jackson, it's not that they didn't want him, but it's just like, bro, this ain't what I signed up for. So you can't necessarily be mad at where I go. Like, no, man. It works both ways on both sides.
Shout out to the dude showing around with the 1999, man. We appreciate you, dog. Yeah, it is kind of like it's all becoming like friendly fire. Especially with money involved now. Yeah, the tradition, it was only tradition, and we let ESPN pitch it to us like that, and now it's like, nah, it ain't only tradition. Definitely is.
Kids waking up. Kids are waking up. It's a different generation. They you know, some things are good and some things are bad, right? But this is one of the things that they're waking up like, bro, I can't dedicate my life to, or whatever, a portion of my life to a school because they wouldn't do the same to me. Like, whenever somebody better comes along, they're gonna go for it. Whenever something arises, I don't know if they're gonna have my back. It is what it is, bro. It's such a business, and now that people don't like it because we're not used to the kids or the athletes playing business, and that's what they're doing now.
Having any leverage. They had no leverage. And we was happy with that. We was good with that. It was all control, and we were straight with that. Well, let's change it right before our eyes.
Yep.
It's gonna be some mistakes. It's gonna be some mistakes, and we're watching them happen right now. I think definitely there'll be some mistakes. One second, let me see. I don't know how this keeps going. I don't know how it's sustained. I know it's going to be the end of some program if it keeps going like this. Yeah, it's going to have to be the end of some programs are not going to. Dabo might be making a huge mistake right now, taking that stance. When things change, they change. I mean, you can't. Yeah, boy, when things change, you got to change with the time. Walmart went around here, created all these super centers, and then Amazon came. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, we ain't got to do all that. Bezos was like, nah, we ain't got to do all that.
Times change. You got to change with it, man. You got to keep up. Sometimes it's, sometimes it's just like that. You got to keep up with your new business model and how things go. So
think about Blockbuster. Like, we used to go rent DVDs from a store. Like, imagine you go to 7-Eleven, you rent a DVD, and you bring it back in 3 days. We used to do that, dog.
Yeah.
We used to do that, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, now, you click a button, and it's right on your phone. Shout out to Willie Boston with the $20, huh? You click a button, and it's right on your phone, dog. But we used to do that. You got to change with the time. Blockbuster went out of business.
Yeah. You remember the story behind that, right?
What?
You remember Netflix approached Blockbuster before all that happened, and they told them, I think they asked them to invest or something like that, and they said they kind of like laughed them out the room, basically. They say, it ain't no more Blockbuster. Like, they went to them because they Blockbuster, and they was like, hey, y'all want to get in on this? This is the idea. Boom, boom, boom. They say Blockbuster laughed their heads out the room. Okay.
Couldn't see it, huh?
Couldn't see it. Too living too high off the hog. You could at least dedicated everybody ain't got foresight, but you could have at least dedicated a portion of what you do to that. Okay, well, let's just add this on. Maybe this can be another add-on, even if you don't think it's going to eliminate what you're doing.
What you say, living too high off the hog?
Living too high off the hog. You think you're untouchable. You reach a certain, oh, yeah, we got it. Like Walmart. I'm sure Walmart thought they was untouchable. Okay.
Living too high off the hog. I ain't never heard that before. That's some power stuff.
No, that's old country saying that.
Living too high off the hog.
It's so true. Amazon finna put a lot of people out of business. Different things, not just not just they ain't gonna put Walmart out of business, but they're not even gonna just affect Walmart. They finna touch pharmaceuticals. You see what they're doing with groceries, and man, it's finna get rough out here.
Yeah. You order your groceries, dog? You ever tried it?
No, that's not. I'm old school in a lot of ways, and that's one thing I'm not gonna be doing is paying somebody to bring me groceries. So, or food. I've never Uber Eats. I've never paid for an Uber.
No,
like that's just stuff out. Nah, I'm not.
Listen, dog. The Uber thing is underrated, dog. Sometimes I get an Uber just because I know I'm gonna be in my phone. I know I got work to do, and I just pay somebody to drive me around. Like, I ain't got time to be driving sometimes. It's like, I kind of use it like a chauffeur sometimes, dog.
I understand that. I just don't. I don't know. Maybe because I like driving. That's number one. I would do it in like busy areas, like if I'm downtown. You know what I'm saying? Certain cities or whatever. You trying to get from point A to point B, and it's only like a mile in between, but it's going to take you 20 minutes because of traffic. Yeah, okay, I get an Uber then just to go from. But outside of that, no, I'm not. Or at the game, if you park far, Uber to the game, whatever. So they can just drop you off. You ain't got to worry about parking and getting in line. It's just, I'm old school though. I don't really be in all that. Yeah.
Listen, man, before I get out of here, because we're going to be here long, I'm going to show y'all something. I'm going to give y'all a quick lesson real fast. Cryptocurrency Bitcoin now. They're going to try to regulate it, which it was created. It was created to not be regulated. It's the weirdest thing they do always, dog. It was created decentralized, to not be regulated. They're going to eventually try to regulate, put some laws to it. But it's been in the dumps. All 2022 was in the dump. But let me show you how fast this thing moves. November 21st, my birthday, it was $15,000. Today, it touched almost 19,000. That's how fast it moves. It hadn't been doing anything like the last year. But when it recovers, when they start putting money back in the market and everybody say, okay, the fake recession is over, we done laid off enough people. Watch how fast the market recovers, though. It's going to be like none of this ever happened, KB. What?
I believe. I know how Bitcoin
it's happened numerous times. So the reason I'm saying Bitcoin, because oddly or not, when SP 500 moves in the stock market, guess what else moves? Crypto. So it's just big money people taking their money out and putting their money in. They all move at the same time. If you want to go listen. When the SP 500 is up like it is today, Bitcoin is up. It's a bunch of it's the Black Rocks and all these big huge companies, man, that own all the stock and all the try to control everything so they can never lose. They can always be on the winning side. It's them putting money in and taking money out. That's it. Because there's no reason that Bitcoin should move at the same time Google moves. That doesn't even make sense.
Exactly. Exactly.
It doesn't make sense. But let's get out of here, KB, man.
All right, bro.
Appreciate you, bro. Yo. Listen, man, 786-405-949 if you want to get down with IOD Squad, or if you're trying to get your credit fixed. Shout out to Boston and Sean Rounds, man, with the $20 and the $19. There's the number right there, man. If you're trying to do something with your credit, 800, text them people, 800-8479-954. I'm going to get up out of here, bro. Cam Kitchens is going to drop this week for the group meet. For the villains. It'll be member only when it drops. Yeah, I've seen little excerpts of it. Listen, don't put off tomorrow something you could do today. The rest of your life could be seconds away. I'm D, and I'm out of here.